Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura of Laura Plans It, and today I will be planning for the week of March 2nd through not the 14th, I know that much, through the 8th of 2020 in my Petite daily planner. Alright, so last week I tested out the new productivity tape from Erin Condren, and I have to say I like parts of it and I'm not thrilled with other parts. I love the idea that I can put an hourly strip or more checkboxes over here at my weekends, so that right there was enough for me to be thrilled. I'm not thrilled with how difficult it is to write on the tape. I am using my Villa Beautiful pens, but I do have to kind of wait a second for them to dry off, otherwise they will smudge on here. So that was not something I was thrilled with. Also, as you guys have probably realized from the last few weeks and months, I'm not using the hourly in my Petite anymore anyways, so for me this tape is not necessary at this time. I do have some fun other ideas for it that I'll be sharing at a later time, but for now it's the checkbox tape that I love, and what I particularly love about it is that it's quick, it's easy, and I can set it up over on my weekends as well, which I think really helps utilize the weekends. And when you get into these boxes here, I can add more here if I want to as well. The little mini calendar does make it a little difficult to add some things here, but a quick sticker and a few check boxes here, and you can make this basically a to-do list for every day if you wanted to, which is exactly how I've been using my Petite daily, so I'm loving that. Today I am going to be using this again very similarly to what I did last week. I'll have a section for my tending list, which has been updated now that it's March, so I'm going to grab that out and use that in here. I will also have a home section, and I haven't decided if I want to do a social section or not. I will also be leaving this place empty for anything that's a last minute to do that I need to add in as the week goes on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up, and when I am finished I will come back and explain everything that I've laid out. Okay, so here is my spread for the week. And like I said in the beginning, I was gonna do some categories and I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. And then right as I got started, I just it clicked into me what I wanted to do. I have some daily habits that I'm really trying to build up that are kind of basic habits for most adults, I imagine, but for me, they're not quite there yet. Like doing my dishes every day or making sure downstairs is picked up before we go to bed and the kitchen is clean, especially with the flu going around. It's really bad in our area, so I want to make sure that I'm constantly wiping down, especially where the kids are touching all the time. So I've got a daily routine set up. I've got my home category put on here as well, and then of course, as I mentioned before, my tending list. So anything that I'm really working on for March is in here. So particularly my daily tasks. And there are a couple things that are weekly tasks. Like for example, this week I'm doing a no spend week on extras from the grocery store. So I'm not gonna walk up and down every aisle and toss 16 boxes of Oreos in my cart. I'm going to be responsible and only buy the things on my list. Another thing that's more of a monthly goal for me is I want to call 3 different people to set up play dates and coffee dates and just kind of get out there and socialize more. So I put that right there on Monday because the public schools don't have school on Tuesday, so there's a really good chance we could have a play date with one of my kids' friends. So I went through and I added all of this, my daily routine, my tending list, a couple things in the home category. I did that for the whole week with the exception of the weekend. On the weekends, I've just put a couple things that I know I need to get done. We're getting a new outdoor patio set from one of our neighbors, and we can pick that up next weekend when she's home. And then, of course, meal planning and groceries on the weekend on Sunday, so I can go pick them up Monday and go through the rest of the week. So I've got all of that stuff put in here. I put in a couple of the things I know I need to do. We have an event on Saturday. I gotta get a lot of this stuff done by Friday. Thursday, we do music, so I know I can edit my videos on Thursday, that kind of stuff. Then once I did that, I went through and I added some stickers. And this week, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to have something that was very similar to these colors, which for March is typically, it's kind of like a sea foamy green color. It's not green green. So I didn't want to use something that was too green without taking away from that sea foam. So I had this sticker book. It's the Happy Illustrations, and I will link this along with everything else in the description below. But the Happy Illustrations book from Happy Planner is the one that I'm using, and I decided to use cactus stickers. I don't really know why. We live in Virginia, there's no cactus here, and I don't have cactus in my house and what have you, but these flowers here, these are actually called protea, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know how it's spelled. And these are the flowers that I used in my brother's wedding invitations when he got married a couple years ago, almost 2 years now. And of course it was in my sister-in-law's floral wedding bouquet and all that. So as I was sticking them down, I just was reminded of their wedding and how much fun we had. So it was kind of a nice little surprise as I was doing that, but it wasn't, there's no other reason than I saw them and I thought the colors looked nice and I went for it. So this is it for the week. I did use the productivity tape. I did not add in hours this week because I truly don't use that, don't need it and don't want it. I am hoping that I really stick with this productivity tape. It is slightly difficult to write on, like I mentioned earlier. With my gel pens, I do have to kind of let it sit and dry. And right now, I'm actually not going around a whole lot with my Petite Daily. I'm usually home right now, so I have it set up on a table, I check it off, and I walk away and I leave it open, so it's not a big deal. But as things get a little bit busier over the summer and I'm taking this with me, I might not care for that and I might have to bring a second pen, and we'll see if I stick with it, who knows. But I really do love the fact that it's all coordinating. It looks really nice together. I really do like the stickers, and I love little flowers inside the hexagon there that none of us really know what to do with. I think we're 3 months in, we have no idea. Also, there was a typo and an error in the Petite Daily. So if you have this Petite Daily and you see that it says daylight savings time, it is not on Thursday the 5th. Of course, by the time you see this, it will already be well past that. Daylight savings is Sunday. So I just use whiteout to get rid of that. It was no big deal to me. I have daylight savings written on my desk pad from Erin Condren and in my hourly, so I don't need it here. But just in case you are just using the Petite Daily, I really hope you didn't accidentally do daylight savings on Thursday. And you got a couple extra days of sleeping in. But this is it. This is my spread. If you like it, I hope you'll hit like. And of course, if you'd like to see more Plan With Me's in my Petite Daily Planner from Erin Condren, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. If you tap that bell, that'll turn on notifications so you're always alerted when a new video comes out. And of course, for behind the scenes, sneak peeks, and what I'm doing right now, head on over to my Instagram at Laura Plans It. Thanks so much for watching.